Hello everybody and welcome back to this Python Basics course. My name is Mihir from Twin Tutorials, and in this video we're going to be covering how to make our brand new interface Paintbrush. In this code we'll be using Turtle to help us make a drawing application in which we can draw anything we want. So let's roll the clip. Hello everybody and welcome back to this Python Basics course. My name is Mihir and today we will be looking at making the Paintbrush application. So the Paintbrush application is literally just an application that we're going to make from scratch that will allow us to draw whatever we want. I will make a limited application with limited colors that doesn't ask inputs and everything, but when I'm done with this, your challenge is to make this personalized to you and everything that you would want to do in your ideal drawing application. Okay, the first things first, let's import turtle. G is equal to turtle dot pen. Dot pen. T dot speed is equal to 0. Let's make our pen color. No, pen color is defaultly black. And let's go with our first functions. Function number 1, we need to be able to move up. Function number 2, we need to be able to move left. Function number 3, okay, I'm going to stop labeling these. Okay, we need a function to make the pen thicker, right? We're going to need a function to make our pen thinner. We're going to need a function to change our pen color to red. We're going to need it for, I'm going to add 2 more colors, one for green, one for black. We'll just add one for erasing things. We're going to add one for a circle. We're going to add one for a square. And we're going to add one to finish everything off and just make it reset. And we're going to finally add one to make it just go away, like we're done. Like when we're finally done drawing, we're just going to use the close function, right? So I'm just going to label all these semicolons. So first things first, let's go with up. T dot forward, and let's move it by 50. Next thing, left. T dot left. We'll go. Let's go with something like 45 degrees. Let's do this exact same thing for the right. T dot RT. Can actually do the same thing, I believe that. T dot RT 45. For down, we're just going to go T dot backwards 50. So what Turtle does is, if you don't know, right can be simplified to RT, left can be simplified to LT, forward can be FD, backward can be BD. If you want it to be spelled out, I believe you can also use back, but I'm not going to really bother with that. So for thicker, things start to get a little bit more complex, but still not that complex. So T dot width equal to T dot width, and T dot width plus 2. I mean, like, that's simple, right? For thinner, if t dot width is greater than or less than equal to 3. And the reason we're doing this is you can't have a width of -1. So if we're adding or subtracting by 2 for our width, if we have a width of -1, Python will return an error saying you can't go that far down. So we're just going to go like this. T dot width -2. And you probably get the idea by now. Like, if you know how to do all of these things, you can go ahead and do it. If you don't know how to do all of these things, you can follow along with me. So, pen color, we're going to set to red. For green, t dot pen color, we're going to set to green. And for black, we're just going to set it to black. Now, to erase things, we just need to make it not show up on our background. I actually didn't set a background color. If you want to set a background color, you can use t.bg color and set it to whatever color you want. I didn't set a background color. You can if you want to. So whatever you set your background color to be, you need the erase function to set it to that. So since the default background color is white, my pen color needs to turn to white so that way you can't see it. For circle, there is t.circle, and we're going to put a radius of 25. Okay, yeah. For square, we're just going to put for x in range, we're just going to put a 4 in here. T.forward, however big you want yours to be, I'm going to put it at 25. Then we're just going to have to turn right, of course, by 90. And we're just going to get rid of all of this because we don't need it. For resets, so you can see, I'm going to add a couple more lines. For reset, there's just t.reset. And for close, finally, there is just turtle.screen.by. I believe that's how you do it. Yes, that is how you do it. So what this does is it just takes the turtle.screen and it says goodbye, basically. Self-explanatory. So you may be asking me why I'm creating all of these different functions. And the reason is, actually, I still haven't saved it. Let's call this Paintbrush. So, and the reason why I'm creating all these functions is because I would like to introduce you to turtle.onKeyPress. So, as you can probably guess, is when you press a key, something happens. So, the first key is so the first function that we want to call, let's say, is write. So write, you don't actually need the parentheses when you're using turtle.onKeyPress, just its name. And here you write the key. So in this case, you would use write. So write actually stands for the right arrow key. That's how Turtle describes it. So then we would go with, then just copy and paste this actually for all of our different things. So instead of write, we're going to have to go with down. So down is actually shown as down turtle.onKeyPress. Actually, wait. Then we're going to need to go like that again. We're going to go with, okay, it's up, up. So we're going to go with up. And turtle dot on key press. Next we're going to go with left, and we're going to specify in here left. So those are how we specify our arrow keys. Next we're going to specify all our different letters. For square, maybe we'd use S, things like that. So what we'd have to do is we just go here, we'd specify our function name once more. What's our next function? Thicker. So we'd go with thicker and whatever key you want to use for it. For my thicker, I will be using a greater than sign, which is shift and the button and the two buttons underneath L on my computer. Those are the greater than and less than signs. So keep spelling this out. Okay, so then we'd go with thinner, we'd go with this. So basically, you can just skip ahead and just like fill all of these in to whatever key you want to use. I will just be filling these in. Okay guys, I'm back and now I've just rekeyed all of our functions to anything I want to do. So these last two are important. Turtle.listen is one. That's not how you spell listen. Okay. And turtle.onKey, the on screen press. No, sorry, on screen click. I get the two mixed up. And we want to write t.set_pause for t.set_position. So normally t.set_pause actually takes in an x and a y variable. But as I said, you don't actually need to specify anything in these functions, you just need the function name. So the parameter, since it's an on-screen click, it's feeding in the x and y to t.set_pause. So if I run it, we should see it'll work. And I've gotten an error. Pen up is not defined. Did I write something and not define it? Oh yeah, I actually didn't define it. So, I forgot two important functions. One is for pen up. So we have to go t.pen up. Wait, let me double check that. Yeah. And the other one is def pen down. Pen up. The other one is pen down or t.pen down. So I'm going to give you a moment to rekey those. What those do is if you want to move up your pen to move around without writing anything, you would use the pen up, and to go back down, you would have to use pen down. And I actually forgot my parentheses. So I rekeyed those to the 1 and 2 keys, 2 for being in pen up and 1 for being in pen down. So if I run that again, and this time I don't get an error. So I'm using my arrow keys right now to show off probably the worst drawing skills in the history of this. So now you get to see my really, really bad drawing skills if you want. this is supposed to be a house, I guess. I'm sure you can do something a lot more creative. That actually looks a lot more like a cardboard box. Oh, yay, nevertheless, let's test our new features. So let's go for pen up. So if you click around, it's actually following your click. You can use the arrow keys to go here. And then if we use pen up, if I move around, it's not moving anything. And if I use the arrows, it's not drawing anything. I can switch my colors to red and black. I didn't add any more colors. You could have done that. So if we move back to pen down, it'll start drawing stuff. If I reset the screen with Shift R as I've rekeyed it, we can make a circle. Apparently I forgot to set my speed because that's pretty slow. So what did I rekey my square to be? Let's see. What did I make my square? Okay, apparently I forgot to key the square. If you did key the square, you would have seen a square, but I didn't key a square. You can see a pen up and pen down. If you go pen down a ridiculous amount of times, something's happening. Okay. I made another error. Okay. Apparently oh gosh. Backwards is not BD. Apparently. I think it's BK then. Actually, let's just spell out backward. Yep, we're just gonna spell it out this time. And rerun it. And this time, if I go backwards, okay, this time I can go backwards. I still didn't rekey the square, but can I make my pen go lower? Yep, it's not doing anything, but here should be T was -2. Oh, okay. I also apparently forgot my parentheses again. So now we can finally show off. I can make my pens go lower and stuff, change their color. If I had a square, I would show you, but anyway, you get the idea. So your homework is basically to customize this to you, add more colors, and for my circles, I have a fixed diameter. You can add an input for diameter. You can do the same for your square. You can add more shapes, anything you want. But that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the red button down below to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!